Hey, the Sky Sister Skydiving Convention is underway at Toogoolawah. It's a week of events involving a group of dedicated female skydivers. They are really pushing the boundaries and having some fun at the same time. They've been doing all sorts of things, wearing lingerie, ball gowns and heels and going for a jump. And Jules McConnel is a coach and she's on the phone. Hi, Jules.
Hi, how you going?
Hey, Jules, come on. First up, what's this with the undies? Girls skydiving in their undies. What's going on there?
Just making for a little bit of fun. It definitely gets people's attention.
Yeah, it'd be bloody cold, wouldn't it, up there in a pair of undies jumping out of a plane?
Sunny Queensland, mate. So it's not that bad.
And ball gown. Hey, what about the high heels when they have to land on the ground?
Yeah, that's a bit tricky, but the girls are pulling it off.
Are they?
Gee. So what's it all about, this convention?
Well, it's a forum for girls to get together, you know, in a safe and comfortable environment, and do lots of fun jumps. We're trying to organise record jumps as well. Actually broke a world record yesterday.
What was for?
That was 7 people in a formation in what they call at-minority formation, where they're in free fall on a sort of a 45-degree angle, and they're all holding hands in a line, and there were 7 people all linked up together, which is a world record. So
Wow.
it was really fantastic, yeah.
Gosh.
And
I was just going to say, how did the Sky Sisters theme come about?
it was started by a girl, Susie McLaughlin, who lives here at Toogoolawah, and she just came up with the idea, I think off of a prototype from the States, and just to get girls out having fun, because there are a lot of females in the sport, and her thought process was that to get more people skydiving, and a lot of guys love to skydive, but there's not many girls. So for every girl that comes skydiving, there's going to be a bunch more boys that will come skydiving. So she figured, well, if we have a girls' convention, all the boys are going to rock up. So there's a bunch of guys here too having a great time.
Loretta, see, I told you skydiving, you've got to give it a go.
I've got to go to Bunnings and now I've got to go to Toogoolawah today.
Be married by the end of the week to a skydiving home handyman.
Dear. So you've also got a cinematographer there as well. What's he all about?
Norman Kent, he's probably the most well-known freefall cinematographer in the world. He's from the States, and he's graced us with his presence. And he sort of said, because he loves females. And it's great. Him, along with a team of Wendy Smith from New Zealand and a local, Steve Fitchett from Queensland, they're together producing the most amazing photography and videography of the event. All the girls in their lingerie and their ball gowns.
Oh, I want to see that.
And under a parachute. It's great.
Well, he's amazing. He's filmed scenes for Terminal Velocity, Point Break and Get Smart.
Yeah, that's right. He did a seminar just the other night and showed us bits of his work from Get Smart. He's a very, very amazing man. He's been running some forums teaching people how to use their cameras better on the ground and in free fall. So, very, very lucky to have him on board.
Where do we see some of this footage? Where can we see some of this footage?
It's actually on the Cypress website, I believe. It's cypress.com. That's CYPRES. I believe they're actually running the day tapes, which have got the sort of the best clips from the whole event. Each night we run them on a big screen here. And everyone gets to watch what everyone else has been doing throughout the day.
Yeah.
And I believe that it's posted on a blog on cypress.com.
Oh, okay.
Be checking that out.
Yeah. Now,
Yeah.
you've had a generation, 3 generations there, haven't you, at the jump at the weekend?
Yeah, that was fantastic. Leonie actually started jumping at Sky Sisters 4 years ago, and her daughter, Emma, started jumping a little bit prior to that. And now they're the 3rd generation. Leonie's mother did a tandem skydive just the other day, and the 3 of them all linked up in the sky together. It was fantastic.
So what are the ages?
Well, Emma's maybe late 20s, 27. So Leonie would be about 50, and their mum about 70.
Gee.
So what's the youngest and the oldest people that skydive with you there?
We've got people here who are 18 years old. You've got to be at least 16 to learn how to skydive, and then we've got people who are still jumping in their 60s and 70s as sport jumpers.
Gee, that's amazing. So you've got some other record attempts to happen, have you? You're going until the 30th, aren't you?
Yeah, we're going till the 30th. So there's planned for a an all-girls canopy formation record, and that's my expertise.
Yeah.
I teach the girls how to fly their parachutes in close proximity,
Gosh.
and we actually link up the parachutes and make formations. So we're hoping for a 5-way diamond. So we're in a diamond configuration, and then to break the record, we're going to go for an 8-person stack, which is all the canopies stacked on top of one another.
Wow. When's that all taking place?
I believe Thursday we're going to shoot for that record. We've got a couple more days to practice and get the girls' skills right up there.
Gee, it must be hard to teach that type of thing.
It is, but we've got about 8 minutes up in the sky because we open our parachutes as soon as we leave the plane. So I can actually talk to the girls while they're under canopy. So it does give us a much steeper learning curve.
Yeah.
With the girls in free fall, they get a minute of working time, then they have to wait till they get on the ground to speak to their coach, whereas I get to actually speak to them up in the air. So, we do have a steeper learning curve, and it's so much fun.
Hey, Jules, you've done probably thousands of skydives. Do you still get that adrenaline rush each time you go, even though you've been doing it so many times, like you do the first few times? Is it still there as you go through your hundreds and thousands of jumps?
Yeah, Moid, I do. I've done 5,500 jumps in the last 15 years, and every jump's different. Sometimes I'm taking people for tandem, sometimes I'm teaching people crew, sometimes I'm just going and doing my own fun stuff, and every jump's different. I still have a buzz. I wouldn't be doing it otherwise.
Yeah.
Yes, I mean, yesterday I did one of my most memorable jumps I'll ever do. I did lingerie and opened up my parachute, and we linked up our parachutes in lingerie from 14,000 feet. So that was
tell
insane.
me, what was the lingerie you were wearing? Describe it.
I had black fishnet stockings.
Yeah.
With a sort of a mauve hipsters.
Maybe you better stop right now, boys.
I'm getting a bit excited.
Yeah,
I'm going to take up skydiving.
What, in lingerie?
Whatever it takes.
I can't believe you do that. So how did you first get into it? You've been jumping for, 15 years? So how did you first get into it?
I did a tandem 15 years ago with a bunch of friends. It was actually, we were sitting at the pub, I remember, and a friend of mine had just come back from Fiji and he'd been scuba diving, and he just had a grin from ear to ear, and he said, look, I want to do something that's going to top that. And we looked at each other and said, let's go skydiving.
Wow.
So we grabbed a group of 10 friends, went up to the drop zone in the Hunter Valley down in New South Wales, did a tandem, and I didn't look back from there.
But the initial feeling you must be nervous.
Oh, definitely, yeah. But at the same time, I did a tandem jump, so I had an instructor who had thousands of jumps, and I was actually quite confident. I think the lead up to the jump is more nerve-wracking than the actual jump, and now that I am a tandem instructor, I get that same feedback from other people that they're so nervous about the jump, and they get to the drop zone and they're absolutely petrified.
Yes.
And when they actually get into the plane, it's quite surreal.
Oh, gosh.
Now, if people want to see some of this action this week, where's the best spot? Where's the best vantage point?
Actually, right here at the drop zone. So if they come out to Toogoolawah, go through town, and you'll see the signs to the airport, to Toogoolawah Skydiving Ramblers drop zone. And we're right here at the airport. They've got a little cafe and lots of picnic tables. So it's a great place for people to just come and watch, just spectators, anyone. And if you really think you want to have a go, then you can come up and do a tandem too.
When's the next lingerie skydive?
You know what? Today they've got body painting done.
Oh, what time?
So, Lloyd, you might have to make your way up here, mate.
I'll do the painting.
Oh, please. Oh, no, you shouldn't have told him that. Jules McConnell, thanks so much for that. And we look forward to it. And we can check up on the Sky Sisters at the Sky Sisters Facebook page at facebook.com/Sky Sisters. So we'll keep an eye on it. Thanks, Jules.
Great. Thanks, Loretta. Thanks, Lloyd.